I'm going to show you how you can increase the conversions on your cold outbound, DMs, and emails by placing a few pieces of specific content within that process. This has the chance to double or even triple the responses you get, thus the calls you get, thus the revenue you get from your cold outbound. And it's funny because everyone selling you how to do cold outbound through cold email or cold DMs is doing this themselves. I'll be showing you exactly why your cold outreaches aren't working from someone that personally gets 10 to 20 single cold outreach messages every single week trying to sell me something. I'll show you the exact pieces of content you need to make to supplement this process and increase conversions, and then again, increase revenue. If you do not watch this video all the way through, you'll have half of the total strategy you need to make this work. I'm going over exactly what to do, the pieces of content to create to increase conversions on your cold outreach, thus get more revenue from cold outbound. Let's get into it. And the frameworks I'm about to cover could even be applied to ads or cold calling. I'm specifically going to be going over cold DMs and cold email because I personally see these every single day, especially cold DMs. I get 20 to 30 weekly cold DMs of people trying to pitch me their product and their service. And this is just in the hidden folder. There's also the request folder on Instagram. And I go with almost none of these people because this is exactly what their pitch looks like every single time, right? I see the first 4 or 5 words. This is exactly what it sounds like. Hi there, Shaz. I'm not here to sell you anything, but then they proceed to sell me something, right? That's exactly how it looks every single time. Now, this should make you excited because what I'm going to teach you with a few pieces of content could drastically increase your conversions and crush the people that are doing this, right? Because I've converted a few times in the DM and I've actually bought from people, and this is the exact strategy that they employed on me and it worked, all right? And again, I get dozens of these DMs and I really don't close on any of them, but some people got through and it worked, all right? So cold outreach does work, but just not for everyone. And the overarching problem that you're probably facing if your cold outreach isn't working, especially on cold DMs on Instagram, because one, you get ghosted. So you get in the door, you get your foot in the door, you get it open, but just no one replies to you. Or two, you can't even get your message open to begin with. Like all the people I just showed you, they're just gonna be stuck in the request folder for probably ever or for the foreseeable future. I don't even plan to open those messages because I could already tell what's going on by looking at the profile and stuff I'm gonna help you optimize and overcome for right now. All right, so since you're getting ghosted and you can't even get your messages to be open, you're experiencing a massive amount of pain, right? This is why your conversions are low. This is why you want to give up after 100 outreaches. Don't keep on pushing. This is why you hate doing it, right? No one really likes to do cold DMs, but I guarantee you, you'll like it a little bit more if you start to get responses, start to get calls, and start to sign clients, all right? These are the problems you have to solve, and this is exactly what we're going to solve right now. Now, I'm going to solve these with content assets. We're going to solve both these problems with content assets and go into depth on that right now. I want to explain what a content asset is. A content asset is a YouTube video, guys. It's a long form video. YouTube is the only platform that really hosts long form. That's really consumable. They're evergreen videos, so they can actually live on YouTube as well, and they can be used as an asset. This right here is crucial. You have to understand YouTube videos are not standalone. They can be put on landing pages. You could run ads to them. You could put them in email nurturing sequences. You could do what I'm about to show you. There's a lot of different things you could do with a YouTube video. That's why it's a content asset. All right. And it's also the best social media for getting clients. If you want to sign your next 5 clients using YouTube and AI, I have a free roadmap call down below. It's a consultation call. It's completely free for the time being. I'll show you how to do so on a completely customized call to you. You claim that down there. But YouTube is a place to build trust and proof. I'm going to get into that in a second. And you can't bullshit YouTube. That's the one thing I'm really pushing on for YouTube. We've actually collected 100K in 4 months on YouTube for ourselves and our other clients because this shows expertise. On Instagram, I can run a bunch of ads and go rent a fancy car. I can have a nice looking profile. Twitter and LinkedIn could be all AI. YouTube, I cannot fake the knowledge that I'm presenting right now. I'm not AI, I'm real, and I have this knowledge, and I'm displaying it to you. It's the only social media that actually builds real trust in a long form nature, right? That's why YouTube works so well. That's what a content asset is. A content asset is simply just a YouTube video we're leveraging outside of the platform. All right, so let's get into exactly how we're going to solve you getting ghosted or not getting your message even opened right now with these content assets. All right, and there's different rankings and different strategies, but I'm going to cover a broad view of what you should be doing. Now, one, if you can't get your messages even opened, like if no one's even opening your messages to begin with, like you don't even have the chance to get ghosted, you have a horrible profile. That's the only way, right? You don't have any mystery going on. You have exactly what your offer is in your headline. You don't have a blue check mark. Not that you need a blue check mark, but that would help. You have a horrible profile. Go to your profile and optimize it. Have a clean picture. Have a few clean posts. Have client results if you have any. You have to have a good profile. There is no way anyone is opening your profile and responding to your message if the profile is bad. All right. So you have to optimize the profile. Okay. And that doesn't mean followers. It doesn't mean buy a bunch of followers and things like that. It just means have a good profile that looks professional and that you know what you're doing. All right. Next is You can't even get your message open because you have no alignment in your profile and what you're offering. This bugs me a lot. I get so many video editors DMing me to help me edit my videos, and they have no edited videos of their self on their own profile. Why would I let you or even respond to your message? Why would I go with you if you do not have proof that you're good at what you do from the initial get-go? If I click on your profile, and I do this sometimes, like I'll actually look for editors because we need editors all the time. I'll click on their profile and they'll have nothing about video editing. How does that make any sense? You have to have alignment with what you're selling. If you're a copywriter, have good copy on your profile. If you're a video editor, have example edits and so forth. All right. So if there's no alignment, no one is going to open your message. It doesn't make no sense. All right. Next is you're not getting your messages open because you're sending statements instead of questions. Now, open questions are the best way to get responses on Instagram. So something with a question mark, like how is business going? Question mark. What are you offering? Question mark. Can I ask you a question? Question mark. All right. These will increase the rate that you get a response because it's a question and people usually answer questions. All right. Statements are bad. I get so many DMs. Again, people saying, hey, Shaz, your videos are horrible. Let me edit them and get you more results, period. Okay. You just told me something. I don't have to respond. Right? If you ask me a question like, are you open to getting better results? Then might respond, right? It's a maybe, but it's still better than just sending over a statement. So start sending questions instead of statements to get more people to open those messages. Finally, again, is social proof. This goes back to the profile. If you just look like you have nothing going on, that you've never done this before, then a lot of people aren't going to open your message, all right? Or even respond. They're not even going to open a message to respond, which is a whole nother story, all right? So those are the things I have. And then no social proof also equals no trust, all right? So those are the things about why you are getting your message is not even opened to begin with. Next is you getting ghosted. So you get your foot in the door, right? And you get a few messages going on back and forth and you're getting ghosted. One is because you're not sending value. All right. A lot of people are money hungry in the DMs. I think I cover that next. Be valuable, provide value. If you provide value, I guarantee you the market will catch up and you will make the money you want to make, but you have to provide the value first. Start sending people value. I cannot emphasize how many people send me DMs just trashing my profile. Like, hey, Shaz, your topics are great, but your video edits suck. Can I help? Dude just insulted me instead of giving me value. If you would have sent over something that's free or a script or something like that, I'll be so much more inclined to open that message and work with them because he already put in some work and sent me value, all right? Or some tips on getting better recording or something like that. That's how you should approach cold DMs. That's why people are going back and forth with you and they're like, oh, this guy just is giving me no value. Why am I talking to him when I could talk to a dozen other people that are? And that's why they're ghosting you. That's reason number one. Reason number two is having videos that pre-handle objections. This is where a content asset comes in. So I can put a little YouTube logo right next to this because this is where you would use a content asset, all right? Again, a content asset is just a YouTube video, and a great way to handle objections is with a YouTube video. So let's say I'm in the DMs and you are a video editor, or let's say you're a funnel builder, like you build out landing pages and stuff. Much easier example. You DM me, we're going back and forth because I need a funnel builder at the moment, and I say, are you actually good at this? Like, do you have results that will increase the opt-ins on my landing page? And then boom, you send me over a video about a case study and a client that you have that you doubled opt-ins for, or that you just even know how to build a landing page to begin with. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. You don't even have to have a client necessarily. Just create a YouTube video about your process and how you go about doing your service. And that will do numbers in terms of handling objections. And this is even better because you don't have to go back and forth with people typing out paragraphs, sending voice notes, sending small selfie videos. You could just send over a video saying, hey, I've actually done this before. Take 10 minutes, put it in 2x speed. You can watch it, and then we can go from there. All right. This is a much easier way to go about handling objections in DMs than typing them out or sending voice notes or stuff like that. So that's a way we could use a content asset to solve an objection in the DMs. Next is, again, you're being money hungry or call hungry and not giving value. Again, everyone knows, like when people pitch you, everyone knows you want to get on the call. So like if you're pitching me, I know that you want to eventually hop on a call and you eventually want my money. That's totally cool if you could offer something that will make me more money or save me more time in return. But you have to give me value to display that you're going to do that for me. If you're asking to get on a call and I have no tangible evidence that you're good at what you do, the way I look at that and the way other people probably look at it as well when you're DMing them is just a waste of time. And time is the most precious thing we have. So why would I give it to you? All right. So stop being money hungry or even call hungry, which is probably even worse. Start providing value and then have those people reach out to you for your calendar. That's the way it goes. All right. So start providing value and the whole dynamic will shift. You don't have to ask for calendars because they'll ask you for the calendar because you provided so much value. All right. Next is getting people to click on your YouTube video. Again, building trust and social proof. It's only accomplished through YouTube, best platform for signing clients, et cetera, et cetera. So many videos on that one will pop up right here about YouTube, how it's going crazy right now for small businesses. And you have to get on there. To build trust and social proof, you have to be on YouTube. And for people to see your YouTube videos, you have to get over that link to them. So again, you could weave YouTube videos into the whole process of you trying to get people on the call in the DMs. All right. So if you get a person, for example, let's say you sent them over a video that pre-handled one of their objections. If they click on your profile and consume another 2 or 3 videos, boom, you are good. You have locked them in. They will most likely go forth with you if they do go forward with you at all. Now, none of this stuff is guaranteed. It's not like you send over a YouTube video, it's like magic, like they just click and they sign instantly. No, this is just increasing the odds. It's all probability. The probability of you signing a client by sending them over a YouTube video opposed to not is much higher. All right, so that's what we're doing. We're sending over a YouTube video because that increases the probability of a response, a call, a client. All right, so get people to click on your channel. It's an ultimate win. That's like my whole marketing strategy when it comes to cold outbound on LinkedIn and Instagram is get people to click into my channel, consume 1 or 2 videos, and then they'll see the value in how good I am at what I do. Then we have a conversation about it and hop on a call. All right. Next is no tracking in place. This is just something that's really simple that sort of outside the scope of what we're talking about. But if you have no tracking about the numbers, about the amount of links you're sending out, about the responses you're getting, it's all going to fall apart. You need metrics. You need to have everything tracked. I'll have a whole nother video coming soon about how I tracked all of our metrics in one clean Notion database. If you want that video, comment Notion down below. I'll make sure to get that to you guys soon. Massive database. But if you're not tracking your numbers, everything's going to fall through because you don't know what to do to actually hit those goals that you're aiming for. And finally, guys, is follow-ups. The money is in the follow-ups. I've followed up with people for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and they paid me in the future, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. The money is in the follow-ups. Is it worth it to you? Just hear me out here. To literally take 10 seconds every 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 days, like every 2 days, to follow up with someone if they could pay you a few $1,000s in the future? Absolutely. The reason people don't follow ups and why I put this here is because there's no tracking. You're not tracking who you're following up with and you're just sort of winging it based on going in your iPhone every day or going in your phone and going in an Instagram app. It's not going to work. So you have to track this stuff and then follow up consistently every single day. Follow up for years. Like seriously, it's not annoyance, it's persistence, especially when you are doing value. So this is not like, hey, just bumping up this message. Hey, are you opposed to this? It's sending value like, hey, I actually just made a video on X, Y, and Z. I know we briefly mentioned this. This might help. Right. So again, YouTube video, this is where another content asset comes into play. Whenever you make a new YouTube video, you could just send it out to people that are highly interested and they might watch it. And again, the more they watch the video, the higher probability they get on a call with you. That's what we're optimizing for here is calls. All right. So to go over this again, to not get ghosted, you pre-handle objections with YouTube videos that you already create. You send out these YouTube videos frequently to prospects and try to get them to click on your profile. That increases the probability of a response in a call. Then next, you have to track everything and you have to follow up with people with value-driven follow-ups, not spam, and people will eventually click on your channel. Again, once you get them in the channel, boom, you got them going. You increase the probability of a call and a client. I just wanted to visualize the whole entire process for you guys. It's sort of a 3-step series in terms of taking people from just a cold outreach message to someone that's actually on a call with you and where the YouTube and the content assets come into play here. Again, you have to get them to open the message. That's the first step. One of the hardest steps, honestly. You have to nurture them and build interest with them. And they have to push them for a conversation on the call. And the content assets are supplemented all throughout this process to take more people from just a cold outreach message into a booked call. All right, so to get them to open the message, again, you can send a value or case studies that gets them to open the call. If you send me a YouTube video link and I can see it's like youtube.com/blah, blah, blah, I might open it and just see what you sent me because I know it's not spam. I know it's not like a malicious software or anything like that. If it's youtube.com/something, something, something, I can see, oh, this guy sent me something of value. All right, that's one way to get your message opened. 2, and this is really where all of the content assets come to play in terms of solving this gap of getting people on calls from cold DMs, is nurture them and build interest with them. All right. Build trust, FOMO, and curiosity. And again, this is done through content, especially trust and social proof. So social proof and trust go hand in hand. Build social proof and trust through YouTube and also build FOMO and curiosity. I have a bunch of FOMO content because my channel and my whole company is based around AI and marketing. AI will commoditize all businesses. It will absolutely destroy marketing if you're not paying attention. And I play into that because 1, it's true. And 2, people have to be aware of this. When you drive FOMO, you drive curiosity and you get people to the next step, which is calls. So the content assets and the second part of getting people on calls from cold DMs is massive. Nurturing and building interest with them is huge. And content assets on YouTube are a great way to do that. Finally, you want to push people to a call. If people are not getting call with you, it's basically saying, hey, you're going to be a waste of my time. All right, so how can you convince them that you're not a waste of their time and that you'll provide them value? It's through content assets, it's through YouTube. All right, this is handling objections, this is social proof, this is building trust, etc. All right, so those are a few ways in which you could use YouTube content assets to get people from just being a cold outreach message to people actually getting on calls with you, especially in the second and third step here, guys. It is absolutely crucial you do this because, again, if they click on your profile even once, you almost lock them in to get them on a call, or you increase the probability to do so. Now I'm going to go over cold email really briefly, and then finally go over here, show you something pretty exciting there. So I know I just covered cold DMs. Cold email is a little bit different, but same principles apply. What we've seen when people open cold emails, they open it and they go and Google you or your company. Now, Google owns YouTube, right? Which are content assets. YouTube videos, your YouTube channel is an asset. And the person opens your email, they Google your name or they Google your company, and they find your YouTube channel. That is such a positive sign for you, right? And again, you don't have to have thousands of subscribers on there. You just need valuable videos. That's all you need, because if they click on that video, I guarantee you increase the probability of a response to that cold email. So people, again, they open your cold emails, they see you, they Google your name, boom, they see your YouTube channel. That's the goal. Then you're likely to get a response from that person on cold email, right? So similar dynamic here. It's just cold email is a whole different monster. It's getting that initial message open and then getting them to look you up, et cetera, et cetera. But this is a process we're seeing. And again, this will increase the probability of a response. When you increase that probability, more likely that they become a client or get on a call with you for the very least. All right. Now, the last thing I just want to talk about is build trust on YouTube. That's probably the biggest takeaway here, is building trust on YouTube. It will increase conversions on your cold outbound. And if you want to learn how to sign your next 5 clients with YouTube and AI, I actually made $7,100 a week ago in 5 days with strictly YouTube, no cold DM at all. That video will pop up right here. If you want a free roadmap call, it's a consultation call with me down below. It's completely free. Highly recommend it. I'll show you your personalized 90-day strategy to sign your next 5 clients using YouTube and AI. That is down below. We also have a free community you can enjoy. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.